Tenakoto, and welcome to this video lesson on solving or calculating probabilities with the normal distribution. So as we said, they're not always going to come to you in a standard normal form. Many times you're going to have to take values from the problem and convert x values into a z value that you can then use the table we talked about to get those probabilities. So first off, we got our curve that has to be drawn, has a mean of 25 right there, standard deviation of 4. We indicate that. We always write down those values. We want to calculate the probability that x is greater than 30. So on this scale, if the mean is 25, 30 would be to the right, and x greater than 30 means we're shading to the right of that. So now we need to change the x value of 30 into a z value to be able to use our z table. So there's the formula we use. It's x minus the mean divided by 4. 30 minus 25 is 5 over 4, 1.25. So an x value of 30, when we change that to a z value, is 1.25 standard deviations above the mean. Now that we have an x value, we can say the probability that x is greater than 30 is the same thing as the probability that z is greater than 1.25. Now that we have our z value, we can go to our table. We know that our z values are in this column. We want to find 1.25. Heading down, I can get as far as 1.2. This first number here is going to be 1.20. This number here is 1.21, etc. We want 1.25. So over to this number, there's the 5 column. So this number here, 0.3944, is when the z is 1.25. So that 0.3944. So the probability of being between 0 and 1.25 standard deviations is right in there. So the probability of being in that unshaded section is 0.3944. Well, I want to know the probability of being greater than that. Since we know that 50% of the data is above the mean, or the probability is 0.5, 0.5 minus that part will leave what is shaded. So the probability of z greater than 1.25 is 0.5 minus the 0.3944, and that into our calculator gives us 0.1056. There we go. All right, so there's an example. Remember, first off, draw the curve, shade properly, change your x value into a z value, use your table to look it up, and based on your shading, that will tell you whether the answer is from the table, or in this case, if it had to be subtracted from 0.5. Please get any pa-tai my way. Thanks for watching. Mauri mahi, mauri ora, kakiteano.